anyways, so Coach Drew's got something planned. I'll probably chime in on some of this stuff, but I don't, when those guys have something planned, and sometimes I just like to sit back and watch and be a student as well. So I'm not gonna take Coach Drew's class since I didn't really tell them I was coming back to class. I was just like, hey, I'm back. I got one more week, so we'll finish out this week, and then I'll be back next week. If everything goes well, I'll be back at work on Friday, so I should be here class all next week. Good to go? Tuition's due if you haven't paid tuition. Are you all aware of the seminar? I know that Dan and Lindsay have already got with me. Coach Drew posted on the group me about the Legends Seminar Team Day. If you are interested, I need to know by tomorrow so I can turn that in to Professor Mark. I don't have time details. I know that the flyer only says Saturday, but Professor Mark has sent me and said there was something in the evening time on Friday and Saturday. Coach Drew and I, last time there was a group, we ended up trying to find an Airbnb, so there seems to be enough time between when we're going to turn those names in. If I turn your name in, you have to pay whether you go or not. It's 4 straight up legends, and those spots are reserved, so if he reserves a spot for us, that's money that he has to pay them, and when he pays those guys, you're talking like airline tickets and all that other kind of stuff, so we need to make sure that if we reserve a spot, we're paying for it.
The car's locked, and the keys are in it.
Shut the door.
Sorry. I don't miss those days. So make sure we take care of that, but like I said, we'll probably get together, do an Airbnb. Right now I have myself, Coach Drew, Coach Mike, and Lance. I know that Kylie said possibly, Rand said possibly, and the Duffields were possibly, so everybody else, I'll need to know. Like I said, I need to know tomorrow. Here you go. Yes, sir.
What's the date on that?
April
26.
26th. So the 26th, 26th. It's a Friday and a Saturday. And that's up to him.
Is this yours?
Sir?
Is this yours?
No, sir.
It's not yours, so leave it alone.
Mr. Jones.
I was going to ask whoever it is if I can use it real quick to try and open it.
No,
It won't work.
it won't work. You got a good key.
So we'll go from there. You go? Also, I am going to start drawing a new design or idea logo stuff for some shirts. I'll get with Coach Drew and we'll try to make it so that if you're wanting a hoodie, shirts, tank tops, whatever, we'll go through that. But that's me coming down the pipe. Good to go? I know it's been a while since we did a shirt, so I want to go ahead and do something that can be used to make shirts, hoodies, whatever. Good to go?
Alright, we're gonna get warmed up. Grab you a partner. We're gonna work, we did this last month from side control, right? One partner's on top, one partner's on the bottom. Partner on top, you're trying to maintain mount. Partner on the bottom, you're trying to escape back to another position, right? If you lose mount and end up in side control, you reset back to mount, okay? The only time you don't reset is if the person on the bottom just gets back to half guard, okay? Gotta work through that half guard position, get back into some sort of an open guard or closed guard position. Make sense? So you do that, you reset, we're gonna go for a minute, then we'll switch, top, bottom, go back and forth a couple rounds, get warmed up, alright? Alright, 1, 2, 3. Turn the buzzer on here and then you're good to go. There you go. top, bottom, so you're on the bottom, Mary on top, same thing.
Something tells me this is a little bit of
There you go.
Go one more time each, top, bottom. Everybody go 2 times? Gotta switch one more time, right? Yeah. Circle up. Everybody warmed up. Alright, we're gonna keep working, like I said, on Tuesday, we're gonna keep working on, controlling mount. So we're gonna go through kind of different, I don't know if you remember from those of you here last month, we worked different, like, from side control, changing sides, north, south, you know, staying inside control, but changing my position to maintain the position, right? Moving throughout that side control position, not just staying fixed in one side and trying to maintain there. We can do the same thing in mount. So we're gonna go through a couple different kind of variations and ways to control mount, after kind of building on what we worked on Tuesday. So Tuesday, right, we worked on dealing with that knee, right? Smashing that foot to get that knee away, running towards the hips, and then working to work to mount from there, right? So we had a couple of different options, right? This person turns their hips away from me, right? And going to mount from there, or they try to scoot away from us and we go to a knee on belly position, right? So we're gonna build from those two options on going to mount. So to start with, we're gonna start from this knee on belly position, right? So I've gotten to here, this knee on belly, and we stretched them out, right? We stretched them out and got to mount. When I come to mount, I wanna turn my hip, this leg, I wanna turn that hip and bring that foot to the mat, right? As you continue to train, you get sloppy with this foot, lazy with this foot, you're gonna come over, they're gonna catch it in half guard, right? And then you're gonna be in half guard. You have to work back through half guard or work out of half guard to deal with that. So, we don't want that to happen, so we're gonna work to try to drop that. We're basically gonna drop our hip, a little hip switch, and this foot's gonna slam on the mat. I'm gonna turn that hip, and it's gonna hit the mat. You can see when I'm dropping that hip, or about dropping my foot to the mat, I'm keeping my partner's hips pinched, right? I've got my foot on one side, right? Just like a spur on one side, and I've got my knee, top my knee in the other. So I'm pinching my partner's hips, right? Because I give my partner space, they're gonna move in that space and start their escape, okay? Because my weight is shifting, it's shifting over here. So my weight is off of my partner for a second, right? Because I'm gonna continue to build from there. We're just gonna get a couple of reps in here, and then build on it, go back and forth and back and forth, on this, one little step at a time. So I'm gonna come knee on belly, right? We work on this on Tuesday. I'm stretching my partner out, stretching them out. That knee hits the mat, and I drop that foot to the mat, okay? Think about slapping your foot on the mat, right? It's gonna help you exaggerate that and really focus on that leg coming to the mat and switching that weight, right? And then turn and come into mount, and we'll keep building on that. Okay? I know it's just a little step, but we're gonna do that and then get back together and keep building on it. Does that part make sense? All right, get back with your partner, do that 5 times each, and then we'll circle back up. 1, 2, 3. Focus on really turning those hips, let that foot hit the mat. Stretch them out, let that foot turn my hips, let that foot hit the mat.
I'm starting here, and then I can go around this, and then I just come around.
The outside one's gonna touch. They're hitting this way, she's this way. Just put that hip, put the hip on the ground. Just lay, just from right there, lay your hip, your right hip, lay it on the mat.
Turn your foot in.
There, that's what I used to see. When you step over, you flip that leg over, make that hip touch.
You're gonna go this way, just like.
Outside of it.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
Guys, look, drop that hip. You guys are focusing so hard on trying to stretch. Just get used to coming across, in a sense, be lazy. So as I come over, lay that whole hip on the ground. Cameron's not doing it, Noah's not doing it, you guys are trying, you're focused so much on trying to flop the foot, that foot will flop if you make your hip touch the mat.
We point one little detail that I think will help. Alright, so when I'm coming across, right, we're all getting to this position real good, okay? Think about taking this knee, I want this knee to hit the mat, okay? I want this knee to hit the mat, okay? And that knee's gonna stay in place. My knee isn't gonna move when I come here, okay? Because see that's where that pinch comes in, right? I've got my partner's hips pinched between my leg and my knee, okay? Because once we build on this, I'm not gonna lay on the side of my hip for 5 minutes and wait for my partner to do something, right? We're gonna continue to build on this. I'm going here, and then I'm gonna drive this leg forward to come up into a high mount position. To here, okay? So think about this knee, you come over with knee on belly, right? let that hit the mat, and I don't want that knee to move. That knee's gonna stay in the same spot as I transition over. Okay? Work on that a little bit, think about that knee, want that knee to stay in the same spot. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Good. Leave your knee down by the hip.
Knee here,
Yep, yep.
go here.
Yep, but you're moving your legs, or careful. So I wanna start in a good side control position, right? Because if I'm down here, now everything's in the way. Right? So I wanna start in a good side control position. That knee to come up, right? That knee's gonna hit the mat. All I'm doing is just turning my hips. So if I rewind, I go right back into this position. So you know, I have the hips hinged. Which is what I want. The next step is gonna be coming up. So my knee is staying in the same spot. Then I can rewind back and forth all the way through that whole position. Okay. Focus on that knee staying down by the hip, though, right? Think about your shin bone like a belt. Right? I want my shin straight across the belly, straight across there like a belt.
So more like that.
You're on your first leg. This one.
On this
Because
one?
that's gonna keep your knee, that when you start from the beginning, my knee on belly position from this position.
So it should be more like that than like.
Correct, yes, yep, I want it right, like if you had a pocket these shorts, I wanna put, like I'm trying to run my knee across, down here. Let your knee hit the mat right here. There you go, that's better. But don't move it. Don't move it, yep, keep it close.
Thank you.
Yep, yep.
Look at my arm.
Yeah.
What do you mean, straighten the leg out? Not necessarily straighten it out, I want my knee to stay in the same spot. Across my knee on belly position.
And then yeah.
Well, I'm adding right where I'm gonna be squeezing down on the top with this position here, right? Because we know we've got into this position here. This is up here. I'm gonna keep this position right here and push forward on the face and shoulders and then up here. So now are you gonna roll anywhere with me? So that's gonna
Here. And the knee.
yeah, so it's not really straightened out now. It's just turn the side. Because I'm gonna use this, because I'm gonna drive this forward. And then come up to a high rock position.
So here, let's see. I'm inside.
There we're
Here.
focusing on the leg
Here.
part, but we're not. Right, when I do this, I'm gonna be really better in grip.
I still think the mission. I think I'm moving the knee up. Not from here, but it's like coming down. Do you want to switch this?
Yeah.
So I think it's getting a little better, but still, I feel like when I'm landing, something weird is happening. So here, like right there.
Yep, you're pushing your knee forward. rather than leaving it down by the hip, which isn't 100% a bad thing. But if I bring my knee forward in that space, that's gonna give them space to get this leg back in groove.
Yeah.
Right? By stretching them out and keeping that knee low, that's gonna limit their hip mobility to let me finish into mount. We're gonna keep building on this, so you'll get a lot more. We'll get a lot more reps to work this, turning our hips. I just want to kind of start on it rather than try to put all of it together. I think just this little step.
Hey, Professor, where's the music?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Is it music?
Yeah, please.
You said you didn't heard it.
I showed up to class.
All right. Finish one and work around and let's circle back up. We're gonna keep building on this. Sorry, my phone doesn't record. So we can't play it. Okay, so we're gonna keep building on this, right? Who's here on Tuesday? Just a few of us. Okay, so maybe that helped. Maybe that's. So we're gonna remember our pass, right? So this pass, I come knee on belly, and I'm stretching this person out, right? So I'm pushing down with my leg, right? Think about this like my shin bone, like a belt. I want it straight across my partner's waist, right? I don't want it up high towards their elbow. I want it straight across, okay? Because now I'm gonna use this grip, and I'm gonna push myself forward, right? And push my chest down into their face, and I'm gonna stretch my leg out. You can see what this does to my partner's position, okay? And then from here, I'm just turning that hip and dropping it to the mat. Because now from here, you can see this side, you need to stand up and move. We're kind of going back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to take this knee and drive it into my partner's armpit, okay? I work up into a high mount position. All right, so I come over, I hit the mat, and this one's going to drive up high into my partner's armpit, keeping myself low, and then this one comes up high too, okay? I've got these, my knees are staggered, okay? You can see this one's way up high by my partner's ear, okay? This one's down low just by the bottom of her armpit, okay? That's gonna help us transition into S mount, okay? So that's where we're going with this. I wanna stretch my partner out. If I don't do that, this is gonna be awkward and difficult, right? If I just try to stay crammed up here and I don't stretch my partner out, I try to roll over and do this, it's gonna be a lot harder, right? I need to stretch my partner out and control this through this motion. A couple of you that were here on Tuesday when we worked this pass, it's not comfortable from the bottom, is it? Right? So if your partner doesn't feel uncomfortable when you're passing, when you're going from knee on belly to mount, you're not doing it right, okay? I want to stretch my partner out, okay? I'm smashing their face. I'm changing my grip, right? I'm finding my grip right here behind their shoulder, outside of their armpit, top of their tricep, okay? Stretching that out, stretching them out, okay? Then that knee hits the mat. Then this leg drives high, right away. And then I stagger into this position. Come up into this high mount. I want to be way up high, okay? Your partner should be uncomfortable. Those of you that you can already see, I've got arms, I've got hands, I've got options that I can start working towards, okay? So one more time. Focus on stretching your partner out, right? Want to control all the way through this position. When you start to have trouble with it, rolling with it at full speed, it's because you're trying to go too fast. Okay, so I've got my grip. I work up to knee on belly. I'm going to stretch my partner out, okay? Right there is where I'm transitioning my grip, right? We talked about having that gable grip on Tuesday. This side control position, this is a good side control position. It's a good knee on belly position. But as I stretch them out, I'm opening up, I'm changing my grip. Stretching out, knee hits the mat. Now this backside drives high right away. And then I can crawl up, climb up into that high mount position. Okay? So we're gonna start knee on belly, work all the way through that, add that next step in. Got it? Alright, 1, 2, 3. Bottom person, it should be uncomfortable. If it's not, say something to your partner so we can fix it.
Request a song.
them high. Yep, good.
What is my time? Did you hear that comment, Coach? She said rich girl, and I was like, I don't think I know that one. She said, it's for your time.
It's okay, I'm lost on true too.
I said,
It's from 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know when you I think so.
Yeah.
Good to hear if you cut that out. Better to just leave it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna, cause he's still got one arm. We're gonna kinda touch on that, so yeah, the arm's the better, so keeping the arm in, I can go mount it from there.
So I need to like kind of point it more.
yeah, if you set it up though, when you're swapping to that side,
Because when I'm on the top, I'm already thinking about how I need to go like that. But really, I just need to go like this. Yeah.
Oh, so you put weights on it? And then all the calories. Oh, okay, math problem.
you're worried like, oh, well, should get the, what if he goes that way, right? Because
Hands me.
move that right off, move it behind. Try it. That's, those are really pressure on this one. This right here is exactly what he catches over there. Because then you get on and you want that on. And there's easy, either try to come out this way or it's easy to step. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So, and they put it there, you just do that, and I say, I'm just doing it. That's the one. Well, they've been coming for a while.
It's getting my head light.
If I'm gonna do that, if I take it on, I'm not sitting there with it on. I'm moving and I'm gonna push it.
Versus if I'm here, right, you can bring your arm down, and now it's me trying to use my arm against his knee to get that arm up. If I drive my knee up there, he's not gonna be able to push his arm, he's gonna push my whole body down.
Yes, sir. So I drive this knee? I drive this knee first, right? And then I drive this one high.
Yes, you're coming across me on belly with this one, right? Yep, so. Yeah, so this one goes high, this one goes high, sorry, you're going the other direction, this one, you gotta drive this one up high by the ear. Yep. And then, yeah, and that one's, and the arms together, yep. Yep, I want one side, that side, then I, yeah. better that's gonna be. Right, 'cause the closer my arm gets back to like 90 degrees, then that's when I get strong to keep that arm down. The higher I get it, the harder it is to pull that arm back down. For sure. Thank you, Rick. Alright, good. Finish the one you're working on, then circle back up. So we're gonna keep building on this, we're getting more and more reps. Alright, so pointing out a couple of details as we work through this, right? I think we started to realize the importance of stretching that person out just to pass, right? Okay, that helped fix our problem with our knee and turning it where we're at and put us in a better position, okay? So I've got this arm, right, to begin with. I'm coming across, stretching my partner out, changing that grip, okay? All these parts are just as important because if I try to rush through this and my partner leaves that hand down low, I stretch, come out, right? I'm in a mount position, but I'm lower, right? Her arms are about 90 degrees or less, right? If I'm at 90 degrees or lower, I'm a whole lot stronger. So every bit I can get my partner's arms above that, the better it is for me. The higher her arm gets, the harder it's gonna be for her to pull that arm back down, right? So that's why it's important all the way from the beginning that I set up a good cross-face grip, right? Because I'm just, as I work myself forward with my position, right, I'm using my body to bring her arm out away from her body, which helps me in this position right here as I transition them out. I've already got her arm up high. And now when my foot comes forward, stagger, snap it all the way up high. And I'm pinching my knees, right? I started doing this, this private lesson stuff from Professor Mark. When I came back and was working and drilling it, I wasn't focusing on my pinching my knees. There was space here, so my partner kept bringing their arms back in. And I have to go back and do it again, right? So as I come up, I've got to pinch my knees, right? Got my grip, turn my hips. This one drives up, hit the armpit. This knee follows up high. And I pinch, right? Pinching my knees, and then my feet. My arches my feet. I'm going to hit their hip bones, right? But now from here, now I'm in a good position, right? Pinching here and here. Now I can work into, we're going to transition into what's called S-mount. So all I'm doing is transitioning back, right? Kind of sit back and lifting, using this hand, so I can bring this foot up high. Right here. Right? Now you can see I've got arms. I can work setting up arm bars, wrist locks, all kinds of stuff. Okay? So we're going to work into that S mount position. Right? From here, right? Come up. This one's up high. Right? Picking up on this. And I'm shifting my weight. Okay? Coming here and here. Okay? And I'm focusing on sitting back on my partner, right? You're gonna have a tendency to want to sit back this way. Your partner's just gonna turn and come up into you, right? I wanna sit back towards my own knee and hip. You're gonna feel that right on the base of your rib cage when you're on the bottom. I'm gonna sit here and here, and again, I'm pinching this knee the whole time. So that's going to keep these arms isolated, help me set up my submissions, and help me, this is what's going to maintain my position, right? Because as my partner tries to move back and forth, right, I can base out here and shift here, okay? This is going to help me we're working on maintaining mount, staying in control, okay? So again, we're gonna do it one more time. All the way from the beginning. I've gotta have a good grip. This cross face grip, right? Pressure into my partner, because you can see that changes, gets that arm out away from my arm out already. Transition, stretch out. Climb high. Okay, and from here, now I'm transitioning into S mount. Right here. Everything's staying pinched. Okay? I'm just trying to come, not really trying to come under her head, no. I want to be pinching between my heel and my knee, right? It's basically that same concept that I just got done doing here, right? Between my knee and my heel. I've just changed it to here, right? Between the back of my heel, bottom of my calf, and my knee here. Because now I can sit. You can hear it. Your partner's gonna do that when you change your weight. I'm sitting back this way because it's not comfortable at all when you shift your weight over. Okay? So I'm pinching right here between my knee, back of my ankle, right here. Any other questions? All right, let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I'll throw some more good to you. All you think about is I wish I could breathe.
That's the first thing I think, and then the second thing is all I hear is him telling me to get down. I was like, yeah, whatever.
That's the original one you said back in high school.
Yeah. We're sitting. Right, I want to keep this. Let's turn it out a little bit, because that's gonna. Well, yeah, once you give it the base in, it shifts my weight towards that column.
This one or the other?
But the sin I'm at a tendency to do this, and that shifts that weight back. You can see the weight come off this thing, right? Which, that partner here, that gives me less body surface return. This way, when I shift that weight out, that keeps that weight forward on that hip. And now I'm able to base up here.
His heel and his ankle down there.
I sit back towards your left hip now. Yeah.
My knee.
It's hard. I think, yeah, I think it bring this out.
You don't have to bring your foot.
It's one of those where it's
We're not trying to go for it. Not trying. Just bring your foot so that like the back of your heel, it's like your shoulder. Yeah, there you go. Drive your knee in. Just figure it out. Right. Yeah.
You say you're too soft.
Look, if I'm running something wrong,
Set this up. If we're rolling, there's your arm solid and right. Yeah, we want to front right. Yep. So we want to make sure we're in that good position to start with. Yep.
are we playing?
Yep. Follow. Yep.
And from here, this heel is going to be on his shoulder.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
You're using keeping that grip, and you're using this to push and kind of lean yourself back. Right now, this foot is light. Keep that hand on the mat, and then bring that heel hip and bring it out of the line. And now you can take this foot out just a little bit, but keep your knee clamped in. So you're sitting. You'll be sitting basically like this. Now you can feel like you can sit back towards that hip. Yep. Yeah, you're pinching. There you go. Yep.
They just say no, he doesn't flap his legs.
circle back up real quick. I want to point out one little detail that I'm pretty sure I forgot to point out to help your S-mount position. It's what Professor Tony's pointing out here. I pointed out for the last, I kind of skipped that part. Did it without thinking about it. Okay, so when I move up into my S-mount position, right? I've dropped over. I've come up in the high mount, right? So again, to transition into my S-mount position, I'm keeping my grip here, right? Behind the lap, behind the armpit. I'm using this hand to help me create space. And I'm just trying to bring my foot isn't trying, I'm not trying to bring it up behind their head, right? I'm not in a triangle position. I'm just trying to go to S-mount. So I'm bringing my foot just beside the shoulder, okay? I'm trying to pinch her shoulders, my partner's shoulders, between my foot and my knee, okay? This is what I want right here, okay? So some of us are trying to get this foot way up here, and that's making the position uncomfortable and difficult, okay? From the top, I should be able to sit in this position and be comfortable, okay? If I'm not, then something's askew, right? So I'm up high, I'm lifting, I'm bringing this foot up, right? And then I'm sitting, okay? And then from here, to maintain this position, this backside foot, right? I don't think I pointed this out. I'm kicking this backside foot out, right? It's gonna make, my position is gonna make me feel more comfortable, and it's also gonna help me drive that knee into that shoulder, right? Into this position. Because I can, now I should be able, you should be comfortable sitting right here, right? Because now obviously I'm gonna stay low, I'm working on arms, working on this position here, right? So turn that foot out and drive that knee in, okay? And then I can sit back towards this backside hip. That's gonna help me control the position. Now, we're just trying to control the mount position. We're not looking for submissions, we're not thinking about submissions. I wanna be able to control mount, right? And then I can start thinking about, then I'm gonna start seeing my submissions, right? So work on this for just a couple more minutes. Kick that foot out. So working all the way through. We've got 5 minutes left. Working all the way through from the beginning, all the way through as a sequence, all right? Any other questions? Somebody who's having a problem with? Yeah. Well, it should be offset to this side. I mean, vertically it's gonna depend. If I'm rolling with you, it's gonna be lower than if I'm rolling with Dan, because Dan's taller. You get what I'm saying? But it should be offset to that side. Because I've got my pressure.
Same kind of pressure on armbar and armbar.
Yeah, because I'm trying to, I'm leaning to this side, right? To maintain me from rolling back into me, and then I have the foot and knee on this side, and my foot goes here if you try to roll this way. So I can shift my weight back and forth. Alright, back to our partner, let's work through it a few more times. 1, 2, 3. See how high your foot is? Pull your leg back up. Over and just turn your It doesn't have to be underneath. If it is, I mean, if we're going that way, it is, but you don't have to drive that foot underneath the shoulder. So, I want it sideways. There you go, yeah.
Hey, you gotta get away from the weights.
It can be, I just don't need, I mean, obviously it's gonna help make it tighter, and it's gonna go further you can, but it doesn't have to be on you there. Right, I wanna be able to, the shoulder to be somewhere here, on this leg, and then move behind the other shoulder, so I can maintain control. And if you're wondering, you have one strike turn back and forth, left and right, right? Then that'll make you adjust your position to where you're able to, if you need to shift something.
Yeah, it is because
Yes, if I
drive
this.
to get that, right?
Yep, let this foot kick out.
Should be sitting back.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Because then that's, now I can use this drive.
Yeah.
Then you back to maintain.
So,
Yeah, so I'm sitting because they're laying flat, I'm just trying, I'm more focused on keeping this tight. Cause if I leave it, if I let go of my grip here, and I come up, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of space. Alright, so I'm focused on this, to take up this space. That's my here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a similar, similar thought process, yeah. What's this one turn into? Turn weights. So yeah, no, and that's gonna change too when you're, you know, I mean, too, if you're rolling with somebody who's, you know, 250 pounds, or not somebody who's 100 pounds, right?
On this side?
A lot stronger, so in those positions, naturally, you're gonna, you know, those gonna come up further, so you're on with somebody else, then or right or somebody, that's gonna change that position, and probably end up a bit more flat on the ground as well. That's position is fine to me, I'd be happy with it. And if you need to, like I said, adjust. If you need to turn this foot out further, turn that foot out further. If you need to try and drive this foot up a little bit or back a little bit, right? You should be comfortable in that, because it shouldn't feel like, oh man, my hip or my knee or my ankle or something like that. You should feel pretty comfortable in that position, because it's a maintain. So if he starts kind of, you just kind of move left and right a little bit, right? You should be able to kind of switch your hips back and forth and move back and forth, right? To maintain that position. So if you want, just like personal model, you push this a little bit, then you're gonna have to naturally adjust your body to kind of find that comfortable position.
I don't always
Alright, I just wanted to work on let's wrap up. Does anybody have a question? No.
Real quick, I see a lot of you guys too. Remember when you're putting yourself in these spots? When I said comfortable, you shouldn't feel torque on your knees or your hips, okay? So if you all look how Coach Drew sits, right? I can't sit on him, right? But he's done that for years. So when he does that and he's coming at that angle, he has a tendency to do this when he's sitting in that S mount, okay? But at that angle where you guys are here, right? Right? You guys are trying to do this. Just use this quarter right here. Learn how to use 1, 2, 3. So if I can come here and push, if I'm there, but learn how to cut that angle so it's comfortable for me. It's just pushing. Okay? And a lot of you are still trying to put that foot as deep up underneath the shoulder or head as you can. Like, that's not what you want to do, because then you start trapping yourself. You're mixing controlling the mount position with going for a triangle. Okay? So that's why Coach Drew kept saying, hey, focus on maintaining the position, focus on maintaining the position. But a lot of you, when you transition to that, are trying to bring that leg and it's up underneath that shoulder and the head. That's not maintaining the position. If it ends up there, it's there. But that's not what he's doing. Okay? So he's coming here and he's squeezing. So you should just stay like this. Make the S right now. Look how you go. Just relax. Bring that leg out. And so when I squeeze, there, that's what he's trying to do here. Okay? So when you're sitting in it, when you're torquing or whatever, like you should never sit this way. Look at how
No, you
So if I
can't.
sit up, if you try to sit up straight, where do you feel that? Back, hip, knee, all over, right? Just lean just a little bit. Just look at the comfort. Now I'm in a normal position. And when then you can know that I'm holding. Feel that? And then as older people, I'm having to stretch a little more, but you don't feel it, maybe muscles, but not on your joints, right? And if I see it here, just lean in, you're gonna try to do that. Then you start feeling it in the hip, the knees, okay? So when you're going to these things, some of you are like all really wobbly, or you can see the pain that you're putting yourself in by your facial expression. That's why we're talking about don't slow, move in a manner so you can feel it. Nobody's fighting you for that now. And it's important. I mean, these are those details that's gonna make huge impacts on your jiu-jitsu. Like now it's in the mouth position, but you're still trying to S and moving back and forth of feeling where your body is, or sliding that arm up underneath and controlling something. Those spots are everywhere. That need another concept. Here we go. So remember, when you're moving, if you feel all twisted up, something's not right. When I say twisted up, I'm talking about when you move, your joints are manipulated. Now, if you're on the bottom and they start to move, obviously you can feel the manipulation. That's what they're trying to do, is to tie you up. But if you're tying yourself up, you can't stay mobile. You're not going to get what you're trying to do, whether it's a transition or a submission. Here we go.
Yeah, so, yeah, and this is, I know this, Suture maybe last week, you know, some of this stuff that I've just been working on and been learning, myself as, you know, a new brown belt. And I'm trying to teach it to you guys as some of you are new white belts, new purple belts, right, blue belts, because so they're concepts that if you guys can learn in the spot you're at, that I'm learning now as a new brown belt, right? The concepts that you'll be learning when you're a brown belt will be stuff that, you know, you'll be so much better. Hey, boys, get away from there. If we can't handle it, all three of you are going outside. No. And if there's a problem, you just sit down. If you don't want to be part of it and get in trouble, if you're sitting over there and not part of it, okay? All right. Actually, my train's out again. Yeah, so said some of this, you know, technically may be a little advanced for a new white belt, but to me, the most important part of jiu-jitsu is controlling your transitions, right? We can work from side control, we can work from mount, we can work from the back, but then you go to roll, and where does the problem happen? When you try to go from side control to mount, when you try to go from mount to the back, when you try to go from the guard to side control, right? It's in those transition points. So for me, I'm trying to, you know, emphasize those things, is that transition, right? Because you can watch YouTube all day, you can watch, you know, Instagram, wherever, and you can see all kinds of moves from that position, right? But no one ever shows the in-between spots. So, if you had a little trouble today, it's okay. Like I said, I've had trouble. I'm still working through it. I've been working on it the last couple of months. It's literally one of the private lessons I got in January from Professor Mark was this transition, okay? So it's something I just got and have been working on for the last couple of months, and I think it's changed my mount position enough and changed my control that I think it's important that even if it's new and a little difficult for you guys, I think we still need to work on it and get it. So, anybody have a question before we line up? Good? All right, let's line up and we'll dismiss. Ever seen those, you know, the chairs that go up the stairs? We need one that like goes around the gym. You can just scooch around it and yell at you from all angles. You don't have to.
Hey, real quick, the bags and stuff, we have lockers in there, and we have the cubbies. We didn't say it before because we didn't have a lot, but we started getting a lot of people in there to bring their bags and stuff, so that stuff is cleared out, and shoes and all that. Use up underneath the bench in the locker room, use the lockers that are in there, or use the cubbies, put your stuff, because we have the stuff that's sitting out. And inadvertently, one of the kids almost sat on somebody's glasses. So it can happen when they're just going to sit down, or other people are sitting down, and people are there. I don't mind the water bottles, but like your personal stuff, because you can hang your keys. Doug does it every time. There's no hangers over there. And let's try to tidy up a little bit more, because in that transition with the kids and adults, and we've been dealing with it lately, gear getting left or lost. Okay? Or missed a gi top, or I'm missing a ring, or that jacket's been there for 2 weeks now. So if it's your size, take it. It's not the lost and found. So make sure that we're utilizing the cubbies and that kind of stuff, so that everything stays clear and the benches are off so people can sleep. Good to go?
Attention.